Chapter 2. The Mythical Land of Orient-R, and what Enkachai found there. Flying alongside the pretty bird, Enkachai looked in wonder, and through candy-floss clouds that drifted below, she could see the deep blue ocean. The sea of blue was glistening by the stars shining brightly above. But suddenly, she lost the folk, who'd flown to the water's surface and vanished into a misty spray of foamy satin-white waves. Enka didn't know which way to go, so she blindly followed. Moments later, the magical isle was in sight, and the golden falcon announced, "This is the land of Orient-R. I heard about it through the cosmic grapevine, but since it only comes around once in a blue moon, I've always considered the whole thing a minor part of our interplanetary folklore." Excited, the visitors looked around to see what kinds of creatures lived there. And the very first object that they saw was a wonky wooden seesaw, seesawing its way up and down the seashore. Then, like tired little elves, they sat beneath a tree and discussed things that were important to them, like what had to be explored. Satisfied they had a plan, the falcon plucked a feather from its wing and told Enka, "Before we get tripped up by our trip, take this feather to remember. You cannot stay for long. You must not forget to return to the kingdom from whence you came." But Enkachai was in spirit form, and the feather fell to the ground. So the falcon blinked its little almond eyes and turned Enka into a swallow. Enka rolled around and fluttered like a clumsy penguin. Not until she found her balance did she feel like an even steel. Enka, in the form of a swallow, tucked the feather safely under her wing. Thrilled at the idea of flying loop-de-loops, she was just about to try. But before she took flight, she heard a strange noise echoing through the mashed potato sky. "Awooga! Awooga! Make way for Thumbelina 12! And Kachai looked about to see who just said that. And would you believe it was a little mouse, which was just about the size of a little dollhouse. "Excuse me, Mr. Mouse," and Kachai said, "but are you talking to me?" To which the mouse replied, "I'm talking to you, to me, to everything. Why, even to this very tree. That's the beauty of Orient-R. It's the land of topsy-turvy. Everything's the other way around. And to us, that's completely groovy."
What is that?
Understanding that she was far away from home, and as far out of the world as she knew it, Enkachai closed her eyes in thought, wondering if she should be here at all. But the moment she looked up, she was in awe, and couldn't stop herself from smiling. Pink flamingos were dancing flamenco across the sky's dance floor. On the ground there was thunderous applause. Birds flapped their wings while peacocks fanned their tails. And Enka stamped her feet and clapped along to the funky flamingo's flamenco song. And in the end she joined the chorus and cheered a hearty "Olé!"
Que no se entere tu novio, ni tu padre, ni tu Yo lo vi llegar y admiré su emprendimiento. Qué bonito va, y admiré su emprendimiento. Qué bonito va. Qué cara chula la que traía, qué cara chula la que traía, qué cara chula la que traía, que tan solo con mirarlo la poética me la quita.
Pleased at being able to watch the show, Enka thanked the performers and then wandered off to see what was around the corner. Turning around and around, she was utterly speechless at the beauty that surrounded her. From far and wide, she could barely contain her joy, muttering softly to herself, my. Orient-R sure was pretty, and certainly was the land of topsy-turvy. Furry animals never seen before skipped and jumped, while exotic birds flew hurly-burly. When a toad in the road hopped in front of her, Enka climbed on top of its back. She stroked its mauve crown that was mossy and round, but she didn't mean to tickle it so dearly. Bursting with laughter, the toad turned around and, looking quite profound, told her he wasn't happy with her decision. I insist you get back down, said he. I don't have time to goose around, and I don't give a hoot if you agree. But you see, tackling me isn't quite the same as climbing a tree. Upon hearing that, Enka scrambled off his back, explaining all the way until she reached the ground the reason she climbed on top of him. I only wanted to feel how soft it was, your puffy puff plume of purple fluff. I've never seen the likes of it before. The top of your head looks so smooth to the touch. I'm sorry, but I couldn't resist it, said Enka, excusing herself for coming across so rough. Offended I'm not, riveted the toad. Fairly well, swallow, as I must carry on. You see, I'm heading home to my pond. Close by is a lily pad with my name on it. Before you leave, Mr. Toad, said Enka, what is your name? My name is Fernando. You may have heard of me. I'm the toad who does the fandango. You dance? Enka asked, surprised at what she was hearing. Oh, I don't dance, but I do the fandango, he said. Enka looked at him funny. But that's a dance, is it not? The toad crossed his eyes and made a funny face. Not at all. A dance is a dance, and a fandango is a fandango. I'm beginning to see your point, Enka replied, adding, I wish I knew how to do the fandango, but more importantly, I wish I could speak your talk more perfectly. You'll have to take lessons, he suggested, and learn. Oh, crikey, look at the time. I must be off in order to get on my totally rad lily pad. Now, unless you've got something riveting to say, berries, cherries, and Cheerio. Or as you might say where you come from, so long, goodbye, and toodaloo. And with that, the toad toddled